Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 5000 BC. The album, Dad. Left a good job in the city. Working for a man every night and day. Okay, let's get right into this video, shall we? I've been thinking about Tina Turner a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second, okay? So, ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang-ding. Where's my phone? Ding-a-ling-a-ling. I got fans and phones and all kinds of madnesses. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang-ding, ding-dong. Ding! I wish you could have seen what happened off camera. It was like literally going around in circles. Ow! How's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? I'm just sitting here having a coffee in my new Starbucks cup. I used my 400 points on my Starbucks app, and I got a new Starbucks cup. Well, I am excited about the Women's League this week. I'm cooking up a little pot roast, Jane. Yeah. Well, a little ham, and a little carrots, and a little of my special sauce. My special drama sauce. It's my drama potluck. Well, I'm out of butter, and butter's part of my special sauce, so I think I'm just gonna use some Jaclyn Hill lipsticks, because I can't believe it's not butters. Oh, Jane, I know. I just love my conversations with you, too. It's so fun. Well, all right, Jane, I can't wait for you to try my pot roast as well. All right, Jane, I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. So anyway, let's talk again about Jaclyn Hill and Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Okay, so let's get right into this, okay? First of all, I got some things to say. Last night, I got up on the Twitter, and like, immediately, I started getting all these messages from people. They're like, hey, do you know what happened? And I'm like, look, I'm a drama channel, probably not, okay? What happened? And they said, well, the people, don't call people, don't say the people. Anyway, listen, people, don't call them sick with the tweets either. The people said, Jaclyn Hill has deleted all of her social media permanently. It is gone. You cannot find it. And I'm like, what? And so I go over and I put in at Jaclyn Hill. Nothing comes up. I'm looking underneath the latest. When you put somebody's name in there, you know, nothing's coming up. I'm looking on the Instagram. Nothing's coming up. And I'm like, she sure did either disable it permanently, which means she can sign back up and it'll pop right back up, or she truly did delete social media. Okay, well, this is kind of a big deal. The reason that it's a big deal is this, is that, first of all, she has absolutely no connection with her fans out there, those people that still do love her. But at the same time, it is like truly a disconnect, okay? So if it is for good, does that mean that she is not making any more YouTube videos, that she is done with social media? Who knows? Now, I will say this, okay? If it is that Jaclyn Hill just needs a mental break, and for her to completely stay away from social media, she has to disable her accounts, hey, I think that's great, right? I think we could all use that from time to time. So, you know what? I think that if that's what she needs to do, she needs to completely disable her accounts so that she can't get on there and she like deletes them from her phone. So if she gets on her phone, she doesn't see the social media account, she doesn't see the notifications. If that's what she needs to do to take her mental break, I think, hey, you know, more power to you. Get healthy, take care of yourself, and then come back and give your people an answer. But if she's gonna listen, put out this product that everybody has these issues with, and then her response to that is just to be done with it and then never post another video, and I mean, then truly this is like the mystery of the century, because then people are going to be like, so Jaclyn Hill's just never coming back to YouTube, she's never coming back to social media. I mean, people are speculating, is she done with Twitter and YouTube and Instagram at this point? Because that would be a huge deal. And that is also 10 years of her working towards a product. Now, let me say something, okay? And this is the human being in me, this is not the drama commentary channel or whatever. You know, we all make mistakes, okay? All of us. And while this lipstick thing has been a huge business mistake, and while it has been handled completely unprofessionally, in my opinion, okay, and while the whole situation, it continues to be messy and continue to be handled unprofessionally, which we're going to talk about in just a second, about their recently updated frequently asked questions on their Jaclyn Cosmetics website, at the same time, okay, Jaclyn has a huge fan base of people that really, really love her. Jaclyn Hill has also really worked hard over the last 8 to 10 years to build who she is on YouTube, on Instagram, within the beauty influencer community. It would make me really, really sad, number one, if she just walked away from this completely and said, I can't deal with it, it's too much, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore, okay? It would make me sad for the people that have invested their time and their energy in Jaclyn Hill and have really loved her from the beginning. This has been one of the things that has been baffling to me ever since I started watching YouTube. And this has actually been quite a few YouTubers that I have watched that literally one day I've gone and there's not, like they're supposed to post a video on Tuesday and they didn't, and then 2 Tuesdays go by, then 5 Tuesdays go by, and then it's 6 months, and you're like, I guess they're not coming back to YouTube, and then you never hear why they completely left. I mean, in this situation, we would know why she left, right? But you never know really what happened, and it's like, I've invested years of my life in watching you for you just to disappear, and they don't owe that to us, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, when you watch 3 seasons of a television show, because it is entertainment to us at some point, even though it sees people's lives, it's like a reality show, and then at some point the show gets canceled and we never find out how it ends. No, ma'am, I can't stand that. By the way, are y'all in the middle of Stranger Things? This season is so good. It is so good. And almost every single one of my friends sat down and literally watched the whole season just back to back, and I'm like, can you just wait and shut up about it until I have finished watching it? Okay. So that would make me sad. But number 2, the reason that it would make me really, really sad, okay, is that I believe in life, situations are presented to us for us to learn from, okay? And I have said this in many videos. I learn more from the mistakes that I make than the successes that I have had. So for me, okay, it is always an opportunity for growth whenever you make a mistake. You know, it's like whenever I talk to my sponsor, because I've been sober for 24 and a half years, over that now, whenever I talk to my sponsor about situations that are going on, if I'm complaining about it or whatever, she'll say, okay, well, what's your part in this? You know, what's your responsibility? What can you work on? And she'll say to me, literally these words, Peter, this is an opportunity for growth. Okay, so in that situation, you know, I always have to look at what is my part in this, because I don't have any control over what anybody else does. I can't change them. I can't fix them. All I can do is fix myself. So number 1, if Jaclyn just walks away from this, it makes me sad for the people that have invested in her. But number 2, if she walks away from this, it makes me really sad for Jaclyn, because she's really missing out on a great life lesson that she could learn a lot from, okay? Number 3, and I know a lot of people are just gunning and gunning and gunning for Jaclyn Hill right now, right? And I'm not going to say that I haven't a little bit in some of my videos, because I think that this has been completely handled like a mess, right? But if Jaclyn took some time off, really got healthy, came back, owned her SHI Toot, okay, with her involvement with Jaclyn Cosmetics, which now it is coming out because there's been all this speculation, even yesterday, on who owns Jaclyn Cosmetics. Well, Jaclyn owns Jaclyn Cosmetics, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. It has been confirmed. If she came back and owned all of it and said, hey, listen, like, this is why I haven't talked about these things, or this is what, or this is whatever, and then said, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come back stronger than ever, you know, like, her mom in her post said something about rising from the ashes or something like rising from the dust. Okay, listen, we all love a good comeback, don't we? I love a good comeback. I love a good comeback queen. I just do, you know? I think Jaclyn could come back from all of this. It's all in how she handles it. It's all in, is she willing to admit her part in it and show her weaknesses and grow from this? Or is she going to, again, point the finger and not take responsibility? I mean, she's taken some. She has taken some in the video that she did and whatever. And I think she's probably sitting there like, well, why is this not enough? Well, go watch the videos, read the Twitter threads when you're healthy enough to read those things and see what people's continued concerns are, and then come back and address them, and then move on. And then move on from all of this, you know? And then say, hey, listen, I'm moving on, okay? And if you hate me, you hate me. And if you like me, you like me. But I cannot stay stuck in this miserable world anymore where everybody's just pointing fingers at me. I just can't, right? And I think, like, in looking back at other, you know, drama things that we've had, like with Manny and Laura, at some point, okay, I think they had to say, I'm going to continue to have haters that literally every video I post, every tweet I put out there, they're going to continue to come for me, right? But I also have people that are going to, like, regain their trust in me and love me again. And for that, I have to continue, as well as myself. I mean, Jaclyn is young. She cannot live the next 60, 70 years just in this madness. And she won't. And she will get out of this at some point. It's all based on her, right? So anyway, I thought the whole thing with deleting of the Instagram and the Twitter was very, very interesting, especially because it came on the heels of Jaclyn Cosmetics putting out this new tweet. And I will tell you what they put. Hold on just a second. I don't have my receipts right. So they put out, oh shoot. Of course I don't have it set up. They put out this tweet that said, we want to assure everyone that So Rich lipsticks are safe. Here, I'll put it up right here. If you would like to review the results of our recent safety tests, you can view the PDFs here, okay? And so then they linked their Jaclyn Cosmetics FAQ, which is frequently asked questions. Now, I did a video the other day where I was reading all of the Jaclyn Cosmetics FAQ. I read the whole thing straight through and talked all about it because I wanted to see what they had to say on there. Well, I'm reading it today and I'm like, okay, you know, everybody, I've watched the videos and everybody's saying that, you know, there's just like this thing in there about Morphe and on and on and on. And I'm like, okay, but there's more that's been changed than just that. So I want to get to that point first, and then I'm going to talk about the Morphe involvement and the PDF files and all that kind of stuff. If you go to the very bottom of the frequently asked questions, there is a section, and this was not previously in there, okay? It said, who owns Jaclyn Cosmetics? And underneath there, it says, Jaclyn Hill owns Jaclyn Cosmetics. Dun, dun, dun! It's been confirmed. Oh, hold on a second. Concerned? Confirmed. It's been a concerned confirmed. It's been a confirmed concern. But when I read that, who owns Jaclyn Cosmetics? Jaclyn Hill owns Jaclyn Cosmetics, which is why I've been thinking about Tina Turner, because what it reminded me of was Mad Max and Thunderdome, or whatever it's called. When Tina Turner, that guy asked her, he goes, who runs Thunderdome? And she goes, whatever his name is, runs Thunderdome. Oh my God, I love that scene so much. Did you ever see it? I love those Mad Max movies back in the day. My dad and I watched them all the time. So basically, we know, okay, that Jaclyn Hill runs Thunderdome. Well, now that Jaclyn Cosmetics has put out that Jaclyn Hill is the owner of Jaclyn Cosmetics, then this is all Jaclyn Hill's responsibility, okay? It's not these other people. It's not Morphe, supposedly, allegedly, who knows. It's not everybody else that everybody has speculated, including myself, that there might be other owners, whatever. Now, could there be other principal investors in this? Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm starting to speculate that there might be a principal investor in this that nobody has thought about. So yes, I do think that there are some principal investors in all of this. I don't think that it's just Jaclyn Hill, but I do think that Jaclyn Hill is probably the owner by title, okay? So based on what they're saying, they wouldn't come out and say it, would they? I mean, Jaclyn Cosmetics wouldn't lie, would they? I mean, I can't imagine, right? So anyway, then when you go underneath here, it says, who is Elevate Brand Partners? And it says, Elevate Brand Partners is a strategic and financial partner to Jaclyn Cosmetics. They help entrepreneurs like Jaclyn start their business. Well, what's interesting about this is that this kind of is tagged off of some things I was talking about in previous videos, okay? And so I'm like, Jaclyn Cosmetics is watching very, very closely what is going on with all of this kind of stuff that people are talking about on the Twitter and other places, right? So, because it's interesting that they put that in there, because if you were just a regular person, first of all, okay, this is why this is being handled so unprofessionally. Can you ever imagine in a million years, okay, going to frequently, let's just say if it's like, I don't know, a Dollar Shave Club, which I'm not sponsored by, okay? But let's just say if it was Dollar Shave Club, and you went to their frequently asked questions, you know, can I just buy one subscription box, or do I have to make a 6-month, you know, whatever. You can buy just one and try it and cancel your subscription as soon as you're done with it. Okay, number 2, how much is each subscription box? I have no idea. Hypothetically, $19.95. Question number 3, you know, like what comes in my subscription box? In every monthly subscription box, you get blah, 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 blah. Question number 4. Dollar Shave Club is owned by, and you'd be like, well, that's kind of weird, but whatever. Maybe it's just terms of service. It needs to be in there. Number 5, Judy Smith Management Services, and you'd be like, what is this going, why is this in here? Who is asking this question? Okay? What they've just acknowledged is 2 of the frequently asked questions is, who owns Jaclyn Cosmetics and who is Elevate Brand Partners? Well, what's interesting to me about that is that they're in the frequently asked questions. Who's asking those questions? Don't you think it's funny that Jaclyn Cosmetics is acknowledging that people are asking who owns Jaclyn Cosmetics? Enough that they needed to include it in the frequently asked questions. And that's where you have to go and find all of these answers. So listen, I'm just telling you right now, you better just keep up with those frequently asked questions because it's hotter over there than I'm telling you ETV. It just is. They're updating stuff left and right. Okay, so now if you go back up here, hold on a second because they have it kind of hidden in here. Is my lipstick safe to use? And they go through here and it was the almost exact same thing that I had read the other day. But when you go to the bottom, it says, if you would like to review the results of our recent safety tests, you can review the PDFs here, or view the PDFs here. So I go in, and it's Certificate of Good Manufacturing Practice, and it goes in all this kind of stuff. I'm not going to show them. Y'all can go to the Jaclyn Cosmetics frequently asked questions. It'll be more interesting for you to read through them. Quite frankly, all of it's so boring anyway. It lists the labs that they use, so if y'all want to reach out to those labs and do all that kind of stuff, you can. It reaches out to all the labs. It reaches out to all this kind of stuff. But what's interesting, okay, is when you get down here, now the majority of these say customer Jaclyn Cosmetics, okay, and then it has the address blacked out and all that kind of stuff. But when you get to this one, where is it at? This is the one that everybody is talking about. Hold on a second. Wouldn't it be funny if while I was doing the video they had just taken it down and redone it? Where is it at? Because I already have the screenshot. Hold on a second. I think it's the very first one. Oh, you are kidding me. Okay, so when you go to the very first one, which is this Micro Quality Labs Incorporated, okay? Now, every listing underneath there says Jaclyn Cosmetics, but on this very first one that everybody is talking about, the customer, okay, which is all blacked out, which, when you go underneath here, it says, sample name, So Rich Lipsticks, okay? And this is from 5/18/19 was the batch lot. So that's when it was made. And received date 5/24/19, release date 5/29/19, okay? So what's interesting about this lab results is that this came out before people's issues. So these are not the investigations that have supposedly been done since all these people's concerns, right? But when you go up there, the name of the customer is blacked out. This is what it looks like, okay? What's the 6-letter name that means a cosmetic company? Jaclyn Cosmetics? Nope, that doesn't fit there. Could you actually put Jaclyn in there and make it look like that? Now listen, I have played some games in my day back, you know, the Sudoku and the crosswords and all that kind of stuff where you have to put the words in there. Now, if I was looking there, I'm telling you right now, I would look at that and say, that is Morphe, okay? So why did Jaclyn Cosmetics, unless they're wanting to throw people off and start getting people to talk about the fact that this isn't really them, why does it say Morphe at the top of the lab results, okay? Lab results. Now this is serious, okay? This is not just, it could be this person, it could be that person or whatever. They're lab results, okay? That you could like take and go show to somebody, right? Okay, so even if all the other ones say Jaclyn Cosmetics and they're like, oh, that was a mistake, why would a lab make a mistake between Morphe and Jaclyn Cosmetics? Very, very interesting. And this is where people are alleging that Jaclyn Cosmetics is owned by Morphe. Or maybe Morphe and Jaclyn Cosmetics use the same lab. And maybe the lab technician who wrote up the thing was just like, oh, well, we see so many Jaclyn Cosmetics things come through here for Morphe that we just made a mistake and we put Morphe on there at the beginning, okay? But listen, when you talk about chains of command, and I've talked about this before, when you have problems with this kind of stuff, people are sitting in boardrooms and you got to sit down there and go, okay, who made the mistake? Whoever made that mistake on there, heads are going to roll. Not only that, whoever put it up on Jaclyn Cosmetics, why haven't you taken it down yet? Why are you continuing to put that up there and let people see that? Why wouldn't you just take it down? Because they have gotten so good at this point at being like, who, what, where, that if they took it down, everybody would say something, but it's not like they're going to address it. They're not going to say in their frequently asked questions, oh, per our last PDF file that we put up there, we've taken it down and put something. It is so, this whole thing is so messy. You know, this is really, truly like a bunch of kids playing house. Like, I just am so confused by this at this point, okay? It's like, it's just really not that big of a deal to fact check things when you're going through it, to like spell check things and look through it and be like, okay, let me read through this entire form before I put it on a website for every person in the world that's going to come on this website to read, including all the tweeter, you know what I'm talking about, people that are going to be looking for every little error in this thing, considering the dates, the typos, and everything. And nobody notices when they're crossing it out that Morphe is at the top of that, and they don't think that anybody's going to know that. No, I don't believe that. I think they wanted that to be in there. But then the question is, why would they want people to think that Morphe was the owner? Why would they want to start spinning that narrative, that Morphe is the owner? Because I have to tell you, I'm not convinced that Morphe is the owner of this whole thing. I'm just not, right? But I do think that there's more than meets the eye. And the question to me is then, and let me know in the comment sections what you think, why would they purposely put this out and allow people to see it and continue it, okay? Or is it a distraction technique to take away from here, to put your eyes over here, so that we're not looking at what we should be looking at, and instead we're looking at something else? I don't know. The whole thing is very, very interesting to me. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.